Hey guys, it's Caroline. So I'm going to go ahead and do the reading for September for all the zodiac signs. Before I do that, I'm just going to touch on the astrology of September in Virgo season and what you guys can expect for the energies we'll all be working with and how you can best apply them to your life. So right now we do have the sun in Virgo, we have Mercury, Mars, and Venus all in Virgo. So that's a lot of planets in Virgo. That means we will be spending a lot of our time, our mental energy, physical energy, and passion, and just focus on organizing, analytical thinking, studying, researching, setting goals, working towards our goals, as well as being aware of how our actions are impacting others, because Virgo is a sign of service. So we will be thinking more about our causes. We'll be thinking more about probably global warming and climate change, Virgo being an earth sign. I also imagine and hope that there will be a lot more attention brought to the issues in the rainforest right now with the Amazon rainforest burning, and hopefully that we'll see some possible policy changes or some legal action taken towards that, and hopefully more awareness, because again, with all these planets being in Virgo, being in this earth sign, it's hard to ignore these issues. So that is my hope. How you can work with this energy, it depends on which house Virgo is ruling in your birth chart. If you don't know or you would like a reading, please contact me. Contact info is below. I do 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute readings, so feel free to contact me also if you have any questions. So Sun will be entering Libra end of September. We have Mercury and Venus entering Libra mid-September, and then Mars will enter Libra first week of October. So you have a good 2 to 4 weeks of solid productivity energy. So maximize that now, because once these planets enter Libra, we'll be focused more on relationships, communication, fairness, diplomacy, interactions with others. So take advantage now of all this productive earthy energy. And now let's go ahead and get started with the reading for your zodiac sign. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with earth signs, and I'm going to start with Virgo since we are in Virgo season. So let me get an animal spirit card to kind of ground the reading and a theme for you Virgos to see what kind of energies you're working with in September. Okay, so the thing that popped out first, we have turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. So immediately with this, I'm getting, because you Virgos do have such an active mind and probably a very extensive to-do list of things that you want to get done. With Mercury being in one of its home signs, Virgo, it's very, very active, and there's definitely a lot of tendency to get overstressed or over anxious. So with this, I'm seeing, try and, as much as possible, ground yourself in the present moment, focus on what can be done right now in this moment, okay? Rather than always obsessively worrying about everything that you want to get done later, and then tomorrow, and then the next day, and the week after that, okay? So try and ground ourselves a little bit, because we may be prone to some mental anxiety the next few weeks. Very, very active mental energy. All right, so that is the energy for Virgo. I'm going to pull some tarot cards to see specifically what you guys are working on. I'm going to pull 3, and then I'll get some clarifiers on that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So first card I have is 8 of Wands. This is definitely a card of moving forward, of charging forward, working on our goals, focusing on where we want to go rather than dwelling on the past. So this is a very positive card. You Virgos are moving forward, and you're taking action steps towards what's most important to you. But remember, try and take things one thing at a time rather than getting overwhelmed, because I do see with all these wands here that you guys have a lot that you are doing and working on this month. With all these planets in Virgo, everything is working in your favor. This is definitely your time to shine, but taking slow and steady steps towards accomplishing your goals. You got a clarifier with that. And I will post the decks I'm using in the description below. Okay. And then we have 5 of Pentacles. So again, trying not to worry so much about what everyone else is doing, which I know is very hard for you Virgos, because you care very much about people and about always wanting to be of service. So what I'm seeing with this is, again, try not to get too overwhelmed and focusing on the impact you may be having on everyone, or are you doing a good enough job? Because again, we are trying to avoid too much overwhelm this month, and just focusing on what is right in front of you at the present moment, okay? Just try and take a deep breath and focus on where you can best spend your energy, which is always in the present moment, right? And then we have the Tower. So I want to get a clarifier with this before I talk about this one. Okay. And then I have the Hierophant, nothingness. So I am seeing that we are going to be shifting a little bit our perspective. We may come across some disappointment, perhaps some things may not work out the way we want them to, and we might have to change our beliefs, because the Hierophant is very much a card of our beliefs, right? So we may have to do some shifting, because we may come up against some hard brick walls as we're trying to move forward and work on our goals. So again, what I'm saying with this is try not to get too overwhelmed. Take a deep breath and just take things one step at a time. And what I am getting from this is at the end of the month, you know, as these planets kind of move into Libra, and it's a little bit of a relief for you Virgos, things will make sense. So try not to worry too much if things don't make sense or if things aren't working out exactly the way you hoped, because we know you can be perfectionist sometimes, which is a great quality to have, high expectations. But if you do brush up against, you know, some hard walls or some resistance, recognize that it's helping you to kind of shift your perspective a little bit, and things will make sense after the fact, okay? So just be patient. And then I have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a card of self-love. It is a card of self-care. So don't forget to take care of yourselves, Virgos. You're always so busy taking care of everyone else and working on your causes and your missions and whatever it is that you are trying to do to help change the world. But don't forget to stop and take care of yourself first. You can't truly be of service if you are burnt out. And again, I definitely see that as a possibility over the next few weeks, because we have so many planets in Virgo. It could almost feel like overstimulation for you guys, because you are so hardworking anyway without the extra amplification of Virgo energy. So make sure you're just taking extra rest, getting out in nature, doing some meditation, and taking extra time out for yourself. Okay? Yeah, and take a leap of faith. Try not to struggle too much. Recognize that everything that is meant to get done that serves the highest good of you and everyone else will get done, because all the energy of the cosmos is working in your favor right now. Take a leap of faith and trust in divine timing. Do your hard work. It doesn't mean you don't plan, but trust in divine timing that everything is going to work out in your favor. So seeing a lot of career development for you Virgos this month, a lot of, if you're, you know, studying or taking classes, definitely now is the time to be more productive. And of course, depending on where you have Virgo in your birth chart, which house it rules will be more specific to what areas of your life will be extra focused. And if you don't know that, you can book a reading with me. But definitely a great time for you guys to move ahead, full steam ahead. Just make sure you are pacing yourself and not burning out, okay? So I'm going to end with a card from my Rebel deck. A little bit of harsh truth just to kind of break things up. So let's see, what does Virgo need to know this month? Time to let go. Move the fuck on. I love this. Okay, so with this, what I'm getting, Virgos, is, again, keep moving forward. Keep focusing on your goals. Try not to get stuck in the past. Try not to get too caught up on exactly how you want things to unfold, because you may hit some brick walls in that regard. But it is all going to work out in your favor here. Many blessings from the universe, and just take a leap of faith, okay? So try not to get too caught up in the past or in your expectations, and step into divine flow, okay? So that is the reading for Virgos. I'm gonna go ahead now and move on to Capricorn. What do we have going on for Capricorn in September? Starting with the animal spirit card. We have the Scarab Beetle. This is a great animal spirit. This is a card. Scarab Beetle is very, very sacred and highly revered to the Egyptians. So insect of metamorphosis, transformation. So we have magic works through you this month, Capricorn. It doesn't surprise me that that would come through because we have so many planets in Virgo and we have so much productive energy in the air. Capricorns are already super productive. So I just see this amplified earth productivity energy really working in your favor, helping you work towards your goals. Definitely take the time to optimize your work in September. So let me pull a few tarot cards and we'll get some clarifiers to see specifically what we're working with. Okay. First card I have is Six of Swords. This represents moving away from a situation that's no longer serving you, moving away from toxic energy. This is a card of getting more focused on greener pastures, greater landscapes of where you want to be going. So with this, I'm seeing, you know, because you're such an ambitious, successful earth sign and we're now in the midst of all this powerful earth energy, what I am seeing would be helpful for you, Capricorn, is to really focus on where your energy can best be spent. Try not to get everything done. Focus instead on what your top 3 priorities are and making sure those priorities are in alignment with your values and with your most important long-term goals, and then choosing the actions and tasks and whatnot that will really help you to achieve those goals, and moving away from certain items that might be on your to-do list that really aren't serving you anymore, because again, Capricorns are ruled by Saturn, so you can be kind of stubborn and stuck in your ways sometimes once you have your eye on a certain prize. But instead, recognizing that maybe not all goals are worth pursuing, focus instead on not quantity but on quality. Which goals are really most important to you, to your dreams, to your personal values, and focusing instead on those. So being a little bit more choosy on the tasks that we're trying to execute this month, okay? Let me get a clarifier with that. Completion. I love this. This is the World card, and the World card is the card ruled by Saturn. This card represents Saturn, which is your ruler, Capricorn. This is a card of self-mastery. So again, what I'm seeing with this is this may be a bit of a challenging time for you guys in September, because again, we're being put under a lot of pressure. There's so much activation and earth energy and productivity this month that you could get easily overwhelmed. So instead, focus on what's most important to you, okay? Be more picky and choosy and letting go of toxic situations, letting go of maybe some of the items on your to-do list or some of your goals that really just aren't serving your long-term dreams, okay? So discernment is what I'm getting with this. Discernment so that you can be the most efficient where it counts most. All right, then we have the Sun. So I want to get a clarifying card to go with this before I get started. Ooh, the clarifier I got is the Sun, the source. So with this, what I'm getting is stepping into your power, stepping into your confidence. I'm also getting, with all this double energy, like literally go out into the sunshine. Don't spend so much time indoors focusing on work, and no play. This is definitely a card of childlike innocence. So making sure we're balancing work with play, because you're going to be working extra hard this month. I can just see it. So making sure you are taking some time out to play, getting outside, getting some vitamin D, okay, is what I'm getting with this. And just kind of trusting in the process, trusting that in the moment, when the right moment comes, you'll know what to do next and how to best focus your energy, and don't get too overwhelmed, okay? And then we have the Judgment card. So I want to get another clarifier with this as well before I get started. Describing that one. Okay. So the Judgment card represents kind of relief from a certain situation. So something that you've been working on for a long time or working towards. The Judgment card signifies that now is the moment where everything will come to fruition. So it could be that a project that you've been working on for a long time will come to completion this month, because again, we have this card of completion and self-mastery. If you've been, you know, working on establishing a romantic relationship for a good period of time, I'm seeing that that may bear fruit this month. So this is definitely a card of things finally working out for you, or things finally becoming clear. So I'm definitely seeing that you'll get some clarity this month and you'll start to see the results of past hard work. And then we have the Hermit. So again, this kind of goes along with with this card, I feel. So taking the time to really assess your goals and your values and making sure that the actions that you're taking are serving your most important goals, and don't stretch yourself too thin. So this is a card of reflection and, again, discernment. Okay. Now is your time to shine. This is a very powerful month for you, Capricorn, so definitely take advantage. Now I'm going to close out your reading with a card from the Rebel deck, a little bit of harsh truth. So let's see, what does Capricorn need to know for the month of September? Put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. Okay, so with that, I'm getting, you know, similar to this card, making sure, and as well, the sun, right? Having fun, prioritizing fun. Don't be on your phone all the time working, making sure that you are getting some quality time with people and getting some time outside and just having some playtime as well, okay? That is Capricorn. I will now finish off the Earth sign reading. Woo! Whoa. Hold on. I dropped some cards. With Taurus. Sorry about that, guys. I think the Cosmos are just really excited to do the Taurus reading. They just had to spew cards everywhere. All right, Taurus. This is also a great time for you. All the Earth signs are going to be really shining in September. All right, Taurus, what are we working with? You're working with Dove Spirit. Be peace. All right, so let me get a few tarot cards to see what Taurus is working on in September. Okay. So the first card I have here is the Devil. Now this is the card typically ruled by Saturn and Capricorn, so in addition to the World card. So I'm definitely seeing some stubbornness in September for you Tauruses. I'm seeing that there may be somehow this Virgo energy is going to be very triggering for you, perhaps because it is so active. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. We have the Sun, Venus, Mars, and Mercury all in Virgo right now, so it's a very fast-paced, productive energy. And I'm seeing with you Tauruses, because you value stability and comfort so much, this energy might actually be very triggering for you. You may feel a lot of pressure, or you may feel stress and anxiety with needing to get so much done and not being able to. So I want to pull a clarifier card with this. Guidance. Okay, this is a card of working with your spirit guides. This is a card of building strong, solid foundation. So what I'm seeing with this is try not to focus so much on negativity. Try not to focus so much on what you aren't getting done or what isn't happening, and instead step into the divine flow, okay? Because this is your element. All of you Earth signs are very much in your element over the next few weeks with all this Earth energy. So try and just go with the flow. Again, be at peace. Try not to resist too much or get caught up in stubbornness and an ego. Recognize that all the things that the universe is bringing onto your plate this month is serving your highest good. So try and trust that. Okay. We have Page of Swords. So try not to get too defensive. Again, I'm seeing that this may be a stressful time, a very triggering time for you guys. Perhaps in your career, you know, there'll be coworkers that are really trying to get you to do more work, or perhaps your boss is pressuring you, whatever the case may be. Or if you're in a partnership, you know, maybe your partner is pressuring you to want to go out and do things or get things done. So I'm seeing some defensiveness here. You're feeling just overwhelmed by all of this like active energy. Yeah. So let go of the need to be in control. I know that's really, really hard because Taurus loves to be in control, and Taurus often knows what's best, right? I mean, Tauruses are very intelligent, very hardworking. So sometimes you really do know what's best for everyone. But what I'm seeing with this is you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go, because we are all trying our best, especially this month, to work on our goals and to focus on what it is that we really want. And we're all being activated to be more productive and to think about our bucket list and to think about our values. And so it's gonna be very triggering for everyone to kind of be on top of things. The last thing anyone needs is to be pushed by you, and I know the last thing you guys need, Taurus, is for anyone to be pushing you. So I'm seeing definitely some possible ego battles or ego struggles. The advice with this is to just let it go. Just focus on yourself, focus on your own work, and let it go. Okay? Be the peacekeeper as much as possible. Doesn't mean you don't speak your mind if doesn't mean you don't set healthy boundaries. And of course, you guys are great at doing that. The bull will stand up for himself, herself. Doesn't mean you don't do that, but try not to engage too much in conflict, okay? And then we have Page of Wands, which is also a card of ego, but it's a card as well of focusing on your passion and focusing on what really excites you. So let me get a clarifying card for that. Okay, so here we have the Tower. So with this, I am getting, again, just be super mindful, Taurus, of your intentions. Focus on yourself. Try not to control other people or tell other people what they should be doing, because if you engage in fights or arguments at this time, it's gonna blow up in your face. I hate to say it, I hate to be blunt about it, but that's what I'm seeing. So instead, try and just let go of the need to be in control. Just focus on yourself this month and on working on your own goals, and try not to engage in conflict. Okay? Let's end. That was already some harsh truth, but let's end with the Rebel deck, which is a deck of harsh truth. So you're going to get a double dose of harsh truth this month, Taurus. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick on you, but I'm just the messenger. Let's see what we've got. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. I love these cards so much. So yeah, just take advantage of this super active, productive energy. Focus on yourself, getting your own goals done, being productive, and just try not to butt heads with other people or try and tell other people what they should be doing, okay? That is the Earth sign readings. If you want to book a more personal, specific reading with me, visit my website at www.whitewolfmystic.com. Thanks for watching.